Um, what's up, guys? How y'all doing, man? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Um, um, so I have a path, right? I know. From the other video, it's really unfortunate, but I have a path that I think this is really probably the only thing I have that can really lead me to the place I want to be at in terms of success and all that stuff. Just moving forward. This is the only thing I have. I have no other option. There is no other option. You know. I mean, maybe I'm just telling myself that. I don't know, but I have no other option. Let me just get straight to it. So, um, obviously, like I said, this channel, I want this channel to be as transparent as possible, right? Don't want to hide anything, but I decided. I decided last week. I had a friend. You know, I mean, let me just take you guys back before I graduated. So, like, basically, I was doing like this. I was leading up to this agency thing that I had two friends doing at the time. And then I had my other friend. We were gonna get into it. It took a long time to get into it. Then we got into it. Um, hold on. Um, I had the Phase Boys up. I'm weak. I'm watching their stuff. You know, but um. So we got in the field, right? And yeah, it was cool for that one day. And then it's so funny how like that one day when we first got into the field, everything just went to crap, so we never got to do it again. And then I remember at the time, one of the guys was telling me that they had like this life insurance thing to do. Um, and at the time, I really couldn't commit because I was still in school, right? And it was just so the multitasking was just like crazy. So I was like, you know, I'll just see what happens, right? So ever since I graduated, I'm like, well, I got back to talking about it with one of the guys, and you know, it seems like the best option for me at this moment in time. It just seems the right. Um, that's what I think. I believe this can definitely get me to the next step. Um, you know, of just changing the life that I'm currently living. I'm not saying that the life I'm currently living is bad. I'm definitely blessed. If you're watching a YouTube video, if you have a phone, if you have things that people don't have, then we're all truly blessed in some capacity, in some way, some shape or form. Like we're all blessed, right? I know we all think life is not, you know, like life is just meaningless because we don't have certain things. But when you look around you, like just look around you, like just look what you have. Look who's in your life, right? Some people don't have that, right? Um, and there's a lot of people that don't have that. Trust me, right? And that's why it's crazy. Like for me, it's like I never cared about materialistic things. Never wanted a fancy car. Never wanted to impress people. I never wanted all these things that people want nowadays, like money, the fame, the clout. You know, like although that seems pretty cool, you know, but like I don't know. Maybe what I really wanted in life was just to do what I wanted to do, and just do it until I die, I guess, and to just make sure that like parents is good, friends is good, everybody around me is good, and just help the world, man. I just like sometimes I always have visions of just going back to my elementary, middle school, high school, and just giving back to But that's stuff like that, and then obviously helping people who aren't blessed, like who weren't blessed to be in the situations that I'm in, of having a house, um, giving them a chance to have one, and then also helping my future community of helping you guys grow to, where I would be, or where these successful people are, that's really all I care about at the end of the day. Um, I obviously, I want to enjoy my time on this earth, still doing what I want to do, but sometimes you just realize that like certain things really don't matter. I always knew money didn't matter to me because I seen what money does to people. I seen how it destroys people. I seen the dark sides of what money can do. I'm not saying money is bad. I mean, I kind of truly believe it is, but at the same time, it's like I know money can do a lot of good things. Was it that's what it kills me. It kills me that somebody out there that's poor or living on the street, like if I give him that piece of paper, it can just change his life. Why can't his life just change right this? Why does a piece of paper have to change his life? I know it's crazy. Why do I have to pay for a water bottle? Why do I have to pay taxes or like car payments? Like what? Like it's things like this are just it's just crazy to me. Why do I have to pay for my healthcare? Why do I have to pay to survive? Why do I have to pay to help somebody? Like when you ask questions like this, you start realizing the world is really like evil, and we live in a very materialistic, evil world. And I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Just gotta play the game, right? That's what they all say: play the game until you die, and the next generation just keeps playing the game, and it just keeps going and going until I guess humans get extinct. I don't know, but I got so sidetracked. I started talking about all this. But I mean, I'm glad I did because this is just what my mindset has always been like, my headspace. You know, it's crazy because in 11 years I will be 30. Yeah, that's crazy. But I still feel like I'm 16 or like young. Yeah, graduated high school a year ago, graduated college this year. Like it's just, but I still feel unfulfilled because it's not really what I wanted. You know. Obviously I'm glad I did it for my mom, but but at the same time, it's like I never really had that success for me. Um, but I know everything I'm doing is for just it's bigger than me. It's always more, uh, you know. But going back to the life insurance stuff, I do believe this is probably the right path for me. It's like sales. Selling life insurance. So I always knew sales was gonna be it. Like the stone to get in. I don't know. It was always like a calling or something. So I might as well just get my license, study, get it done, um, and I'll just document the process of it for on this channel for you guys, basically, because this is a part of the journey. Like this is how I'm gonna get to the next step. This is really it. I want September to be um the stepping stone for October, November. Like I want to finish it. Like this year has been probably one of the worst years, alongside with 2023. Like those 2 years together, terrible. I gotta finish out strong going into the next year. I gotta have some like what I'm saying. I want to have some, and that's why, and this is the whole point in this video because I want to show you guys that you can do this in real time. Like this, I just want to show my journey. You know, like right now I'm going viral on TikTok for a video, like the dating scene and stuff like that. People are hating on me. They don't really know me like that. That's just the incident, right? Like I'm not, I just had to put this out in this video because, obviously on my TikTok it looks like I just yap about the females and all that, but that's just not what it is. Like, because it's funny. I had a conversation with my friend like maybe a weeks ago about it, I'm gonna just say a month ago because I was like in August, probably the beginning of August, something like that. Like how like when I first went viral, I was like, it was cool. It was actually like a big shift, because I was like, I'm not gonna post on TikTok. I'm only gonna worry about YouTube, and I was wrong, right? But then when I did that, I was like, whoa, even though I did run viral, I it's like I don't want to go viral for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, because look at what's the look what the hate I'm getting from it, right? The assumptions, you know when people don't know you, they just assume that they do, right? They act like they knew you for years, right? And then they start making assumptions, and then start the assumptions start. It's just, I don't know. I'm not like, for me, I don't really care, but it's like that's not how I want to start my career in this in this whole realm. I don't want to be remembered or looked at as the guy. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's just me. Just, I don't know. I guess I just know who I am. Well, I can't even say that yet because I am a young boy in training to become a man, right? It's too early for me to even say I'm a man. I can't be saying that right now, right? A lot of people can say they know who they are, but in reality, not no, a lot of people don't know who they are, right? And that's why, having, I'm gonna be working. This is why I have to get money, right? I need money, and that's the thing. I don't want money. I need it. And the reason why I say that is because I just don't like money. I hate it. It's just the most stupidest thing on this earth. But let's okay. I don't want to change the goalpost, but I need it because I want to get these mentors. I want mentors about, obviously the money, the business about it, uh, life, the game. Getting gamed up about life and everything else. You know, I need mentors about everything, man. Every category, right? That's just how you can become just a better person, right? And obviously studying me. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Like I can learn me, right? You know, throughout, probably, like, I would say, maybe after, I would say, like, once high school hit, I would say, like, you know, maybe, like, after, I would say during, maybe yeah, during quarantine, that's probably when things started, like, kind of building up in terms of, like, understanding of me wanting more, and trying to understand me, if that makes sense. I always wanted, I was always I want to say clueless, but I was always like, damn, I don't really know me for real. Like, I don't, there's something about me that I have to figure out. There's always something. And I have to go on that I have to explore. I have to go on that adventure. I have to, this is why on my board right here, I called it Chapter 1, Season 1, because right now this is Chapter 1. This is me trying to explore the unknown, right? Obviously I'm living with my parents, right? Because I'm still young, right? But a lot of people think that, like, living with your parents and not moving out of your hometown is holding you back, but not really. Like, living with your parent, like, it's funny part is, like, even though I'm living with my parents, I still feel like it's me against the world, because it is. Just because somebody is there, because the thing is, I don't rely on people, right? But that's the thing. That's why I want to learn myself and learn new skills, because then I don't have to. Right now I am, because, you know, that's just it is. As a kid, you obviously rely on your parents. But obviously, I'm not saying, like, I expect them to do things and I just sit there and watch. Nah, I'm just obviously gonna get better and strive for more. But basically, my point is, I just, you know want to get to the point where I can know me, right? And then I could just, because I know there's something about me in there that there's just something missing, right? And I need to figure that out. Um, you know, and that's with everything, bro. Like, that's like with the females, you know, money, spirit, like my like physique. I mean, like I got to bring that back. Like, it's like it's just so funny how like things kind of like going like I don't know if it was meant to go like this because like 2023, you know, I was like at my peak. Well, I want to say peak physique, but like I was like 170. I've never been that in my life. Um, I got injured, right? Well, I injured my knee, got into a car accident. I lost my dog, right? Couldn't feel my arm. And then the next year, I think it was well, I think it was, I don't know if it was this year or next year, but I mean last year or this year, but then I find out like own parent, yeah, it was last year. Own grandparents hating on me, hating on my grind, hating on my brother's grind. You know, like, it's like, and then now we had to move out of the house. Things were going bad. The next thing you know, I injured my shoulder. I'm losing my gain. I'm losing the gains. I lost weight. Right. Then find out about what my dad did. What he's probably still doing. Right. Then I find out about my mom, the health stuff, his health stuff. Like, it just, I just don't understand. And I just graduated college, but I don't have no money. I got finessed out of my job last year, and that job was slavery. I was working 24 plus hours. I wake up at 6 a.m., get home by 3 a.m., and do that for a whole year. And I got finessed because somebody wanted to say I was doing something that I wasn't. So me and my partner got let go. Well, basically. And then they want you to work up the corporate ladder. And I'm over here sitting, wondering, like, well, you know, giving up was never a response. Like, it's funny too. It's funny because I was watching all this, like the newer Spider-Man movies. I watched like the Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, and I was watching like the Tom Holland ones. Because I was trying to like, I never wanted to do a clothing brand, but I said, I mean, I could just do it because like why a lot of people always said I was creative. I remember I had this project, right. I had this project with my business professor, right. This is why I loved it. I just loved that class, man. And I had another professor, Professor Dolan, and her name was Toki for the business class. Love those professors, man. One of the best professors I ever had. They taught me a lot of things, not just about like see, that's the thing about certain professors. They don't just teach you about the curriculum. They teach you about like it adds to your life. um and she made us act out. I forgot what the assignment was, but it was just acting out something in like in a business setting. I still have the videos on my phone too. So um and when I sent it over, she said I was pretty really creative, and I always knew I was a creative person. So I was like, you know what, you know having a clothing brand wouldn't be that bad. And so I was like, I had to find a name for it. And bro, if y'all know, coming up with a name for your social media, gamer tag, anything that like that's about like coming up with a name, that's the hardest part, bro. I remember it took me years to even come up with a YouTube channel name. Now I'm not talking about like my actual name. So for my YouTube channel, like Ninja Shamari, Shamari SCN, Shamari was the word, not those, but like I'm talking about like a name that's not my name. You know what I'm saying? Like a made up name, and that was so hard, bro, so hard. Um, but so I was like, I did have some names, but it's like people had them, right? And then I was like, hmm. And then there was this one, and then I always loved the character Spider Man, and how like his life kind of like represented mine a little bit. Obviously, I'm just not a superhero, right? He grew up in Queens. I grew up in Queens, right? But but it's like it's more of like the like I almost said the word. I don't want to give it away too quick, but basically, actually, well, I gotta say it now. So basically, it was about how a lot of brands had the same name, right? So I was like, we all know what Uncle Ben said, right? With great power comes great responsibility, right? And then that word responsibility kind of just represented what my life is looking like right now, right? Because I have a responsibility to get what I want. Everybody has a responsibility, right? You right now watching this video, you have a responsibility to do what you got to do. Other people have responsibilities to, just everybody has a responsibility, right? And I was like, maybe that can be my brand name. Maybe that could be my clothing brand name, responsibility. And then people, when I was thinking about it, my friend was like, wouldn't that be a little basic? But that's the thing though. When I told him, if you give a creator, if you give a basic name to a basic person, then the result's gonna come out basic and average. But if you give a basic word to a creative person, then that word has much more depth than an average person. It's not just a basic word anymore. That word has meaning. That word can go deeper than you would think. Because in reality, words are not even basic. Words can never be basic because you can always, and just don't even use the definitions that are like for each word on in the dictionary, because you can have your own definition of a certain word. My definition of responsibility could be different from your definition, right? It could be similar, but it could be different at the same time. It could be the same. It doesn't matter. The point is, words can never be basic, right? It's about how it's about what you can do with that word. And that's the thing about clothing brand nowadays. People just do things. They don't be creative with the word. They choose things and they just put things and they just throw it out there for the world to just like it. No, people are not supposed to just like your art. You're supposed to give them a reason to like it, right? Just like with this YouTube stuff, you're not gonna just upload a video and expect people to just like your video. No. Who are you to tell me to like your video? Who are you to tell me to subscribe? I want to subscribe when I want to subscribe. I want to like your video when I want to, right? Instead of telling people, I'm pretty sure people started to realize this with YouTube. Like instead of telling people to subscribe and like and subscribe, you know, they just gave them a reason to do it, and that's why people mess with them. Why do you think all these newer streamers and newer content creators are doing good? Because they gave them a reason. They showed them that, listen, I'm not your average streamer. I'm not your average content creator. I do things different. And I showed you from all these 100 videos of YouTube videos. I showed you prior years of streaming in the past. I showed you my work. I showed you what I can do. But but you think that's what I can do. That was just a tutorial. That was just a tutorial. I'm just getting started. That's how you gotta move for real. Like, and basically with that being said, I was like, responsibility like that. Like when I think about it, like when I want somebody to wear my shirt, right? I want them to realize that they always have a responsibility. And whatever they choose for that responsibility to be, they just gotta know they got a responsibility. Right? That's what life is really about, responsibility. Right? Obviously you can use countless of other words to describe what life is about, but I just choose that. And it's just such a good one because it's kind of like I wanted to go for like a heroic name, like a superhero type name, you know. Tell a story, like I wanted to tell a story with my clothing brand, right? Put my own expertise, my own insight, because the thing is, nobody can truly say you're copying them if you're using your brain, right? That's why a lot of brands nowadays are so like copy and paste is so similar, because people are just looking on the market and then putting it into what they think what people would like, the trendy stuff. They look at things and be like, all right, like I saw what he did, okay, I'm gonna just do that, but then kind of differently. Nah, see, you can use people as inspiration, but I would never take their inspiration. You see what I'm saying? I will look at somebody and be like, okay, cool, but I'm not gonna think about doing it better, because everybody everybody does their own things better, if that makes sense. Like, for example, like if I saw somebody do something, right? I'm not gonna try and do it better than them because they're good at what they do. I'm gonna just assume they're good at what they do, right? On what they're good on what they're doing, right? I'm not gonna try and be better at them because it's more of like my mind is just already different, right? My mind, everybody's mind works differently. It's wired differently. So instead of trying to be better than somebody, how about we just use our minds and see where that can take us? You just never know. Um, Little yap session, but it's very much needed. It's crazy. This video kind of like took a very turn, like a big turning point. Like I don't know, I jumped from like topic to topic. Um, but yeah, man, I just it's just you just gotta like just lock in. I just gotta lock in and just have fun with the process, man. Um, we all want more. You know, it sucks that money's the reason why we we have to go through this, but I guess you can say it would feel good at the end when you did it, you know. But the job was never done, you know. It's always more. And for me, it's never about wanting more money, but it's always about just seeing what I can do, seeing what I'm capable of, right? And like I said, I have a responsibility. My responsibility is to keep going, strive for greatness. Um, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm always gonna do. That's what I was born for. So, um, don't. I'm still trying to think about my community name for you guys. Uh, can't think of one right now, but um, I would think about it. I just don't. That's just never. I don't know. It's just so hard thinking about names, bro. I don't. I just crazy. But yeah, I'll definitely think about it. Um, and see what happens. But with that being said, I'm gonna start doing some. I'm gonna do like a. It's still gonna be a part of the series, but just like consistent videos a day about like the life insurance and how it goes from there on, and then I guess yeah, I'm just gonna you know another and one last thought. I don't know if I do want to keep this channel like very raw and authentic. I don't know if I don't know if like in the future if I add like get like I get a camera of a cord on that camera and I have like a what is it called ND filter or whatever, what are those filters called when you put on, makes um the screen look better. I don't know if that would be like kind of taken away from the rawness instead of just using my phone. Maybe that'll be easier just using my phone, but I don't know. I guess I'll see in the future, right? Um, but just to leave you all with this though, there are like the main things that I really want to get in check before this year ends. Getting back into the gym, getting my physique. I'm making the biggest comeback, right? With that, social media, the life insurance, those three things, and then glow up arc. Again, we're gonna get the hair right. Um, and yeah, pretty much it. That's it. Nothing else. Um, it's gonna be fun, man. Sometimes you guys gotta just, look at the bright side. Just don't let your negative thoughts be the reality of your life. Pretend, pretend you're okay. Let's just say your son or daughter, like let's just say one day you're gonna have a son or a daughter, right? You're gonna eventually tell them this what's happening in your life right now. One day you're gonna tell them what's happening. So you know, but the thing is, but here's the catch though. You may not get that day, right? You may not even get that day. But the truth is, it only matters what you can do now, right? Because realistically speaking, I should have died in 2023 February. I should have died too. Well, yeah, it was February. I should have died too because I didn't even have my seat. Me and my boss didn't even have my seatbelt on. We didn't even have our seatbelts on. I didn't. We didn't even have our seatbelts on. Somebody just, boom, like just like we should have died. God forbid. Obviously, God forbid. but but I'm still here. If y'all watched the movie Final Destination, that movie, I ever since I saw that movie, I knew it's a real thing. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Everybody has a final destination. Everybody has a responsibility. So the question is, where do you want your final destination? Oh my god, that stutter was crazy. This is cut. See, this is why you guys this is why you guys are gonna like look at these videos and be like, okay, yeah, raw clips are just like the probably better for YouTube because this is what I want to see. This is what I take pride in this, bro. I take pride in this. Anyways, okay, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, let me recuperate. Um, so everybody has a final destination. Um, it's all up to you of where you would like your final destination to end at. It's up to you. Um, but whatever it is, make sure you guys go for it. Do not give up. I'm gonna see y'all in the next episode. Peace out.